change it to all. Honestly, I just do these so that after I'm done, I could just hear myself talk. I love listening to myself talk. I'm sorry. There's something wrong there, but I just love listening to myself talk. So, yes, I'm sacrificing a couple hours of my sleep just so I could talk to myself and then listen back in the morning because I have nothing better to do. But anywho, so there are a couple things that I do want to talk about. There are a couple things that I do want to rant about. I hope that I don't stammer throughout the stream. That'll be embarrassing. And I also hope that I could have a proper form of closure, okay? Because I don't want to just end with, I just don't want to end in the middle of nowhere. For Halloween, I want to be a Heisenberg. I want to be Heisenberg. Dude, I wish that I understood what I wish I understood what that was. I'm sorry. I wish I understood what that was. Maybe it is something I'm familiar with. Why does it look like an Insta Live? I don't know. It does look like it. It does look like that. The formatting is kind of similar. I think YouTube is like copying social, like other platforms now. They're copying TikTok. They're copying Instagram. They're doing everything but whatever they could be. Like they're not focusing on themselves. All right. But yeah, we're gonna. This is a ghetto live stream, okay? Like all of the other ones. Hi, Kirby. Hello. Is it N Trippy or On Trippy? But hi to On Trippy, and then hello to Milton. Hello to I'm gonna call you Milton. But yeah, hello. There are a couple things that I want to point out. Okay, there are a couple things that I want to point out. First, I want to talk about the lesbian space princess stuff because that's something that I'm a little bit more confident about. Let me start. On Trippy. Wait, let me see, cause and Trippy. Okay, cause the Google Translate thing said on Trippy. I like Star Wars. That is, Thank you for your riveting commentary. Thank you for your riveting commentary. That is love. That is wonderful. Okay, Kirby, keep liking Star Wars. Keep doing that. The lesbian stuff. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna talk about the lesbian space princess haters. Cause I'm sorry, but you guys look like the demographic. You guys look like you would watch that. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys that are in the Dandy's World fandom, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm saying what I'm saying what I'm seeing. You guys look like you would watch the show. You guys look like you would. No, not the show, the movie. You guys look like you would watch Lesbian Space Princess and you would like it. And you would find every joke they make funny. Everything. I'm sorry, you guys look like you're a part of that demographic. I don't understand the whole, oh my god, now we have standards. You guys do not have standards. The whole world is kind of hitting exactly everybody from every fandom, and it's always the most insufferable fandoms that you can think of with the worst fan bases known to man. Like, you guys like that stuff. That's what you guys are into. How come you guys are drawing the line? Hi, wait, no, okay. The whole point is the fandom unity. Yo, hello TPP. Wait, no, hello TPN and hello TPN. Hello. Wow, even my fandom. Wait, what is your fandom? The one that you're talking about. But yeah, every single fandom is just uniting to hate on this one singular fandom that a lot of y'all could have been a part of, because you guys do fit the bill, unfortunately. A lot of you guys do act like the characters in the movie. I'm sorry. The EDP video was good. Thank you so much. That was like I feel like when it came to that video in specific, I really wanted more people to hear about it, because I feel like it was the only time, like, I'm not trying to, toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like I'm the only person. Oh, Kirby. Even the Kirby fan has started. That's funny. I feel like I was one of the only people that said the things that I was like saying about the EDP thing. Like, I don't think I've heard anybody else say what I said about the EDP stuff. Everybody else was just saying, oh, it was funny. Everybody else was just talking about, oh, well, EDP's a bad person. Okay, but why is he a bad person? How is he a bad person? Nobody is saying why. No one is addressing the elephant in the room. And I'm just saying what I'm seeing. And they're acting like as if his childhood was all normal, and it's like, no, it was not. That was not a normal childhood. My god, my bad. That is not a normal childhood. A normal child does not grow up like that. I'm sorry. That is not normal. His mom had something to do with that. oh, he's doing that now. No, EDP for exactly. He was like, he was acting like as if it was nothing, right? Because he has nothing to lose. He is dying, so he no longer cares. He only cares about what's in front of him, and he only cares about the convenience aspect. He only wants what's near him, what's in proximity to him. He does not care about anything else. He does not care about his sanity. He does not care about his livelihood. He does not care about anything except for what's in front of him. He feels that way towards food. He got a girlfriend before. No. That does not count. That does not count. Because he broke up with her like a year later, less than a year later, because he felt like as if, oh, she's irritating just because she doesn't want to interact with him like that. Me too, gang. Bro, he should be in jail. He should. But then again, after the documentary, they did open the case up, so there could be a possibility that he could end up in jail. I hope. I hope something happens to EDP. Like, I genuinely, Gideon, I can't use that word anymore. I hope something happens to him. I hope things are not good. I hope they're not just gonna gloss over it just because, oh, well, give him a break, you know? It's like, no, we're not gonna give him a break. Something needs to happen. Because till then, he's gonna take whatever he can get. And he's desperate. Right? He is desperate for whatever comes his way. Come on, Hatcat. No. No. I mean, that would be keto, but, like, no. I feel like I would be, like, awkward the whole time. Not gonna lie. But yeah, shout out to Based Bazooka. If we got an EDP documentary, imagine other, people who could have what? I think your thing cut out. I mean, I guess, bro. Jonah, elaborate. Kyle Carosa and EDP, did you groom any more minors today? I mean, I guess. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Good night. Good night, Azuka. Everybody say good night to Azuka, okay? I could have been sleeping as well, alright? But I had to sacrifice my sleep so I could do this ghetto live stream. But yeah, shout out to Based Azuka. Your content is Kino, okay? We love the Hackcast we love the Hackcast. We love all of that. But yeah, good night. And Joel was a dude who got arrested for attempting to... what? Good night is exactly. That is what should be happening. Everybody should be saying good night. But yeah, but in a bat. I know Lola has the best rants, right? I barely say anything transformative. Are you shy? What does the... oh, and the best ghetto life... exactly! You understand. Kirby, you understand. What do you mean by are you shy? What does that mean? And the best ghetto live stream... exactly. You guys already know. I love my ghetto live streams, okay? I love my ghetto live streams. I love what I... when I use the vertical YouTube shorts thing, and then I end up getting... it's like, dude, it's beautiful. Alright, it's beautiful. Ooh, I know what word... pick me. Wait, what does that mean, Kirby? What does that mean in this context? What is Greenwood talking about? If he means camming up, I'm not gonna do that. Because since I was about to go to bed, but then I ended up wanting to make a stream out of impulse because I was bored, okay, and I had a lot of things to say. One time I watched a ghetto Insta live and this girl was dissing her man and she started... why aren't you going into the base of the Zuko? Oh my gosh, because okay. Because what is there to talk about? That's just my opinion. I mean, that would be Kino. That would be cool. That would be cool to, like, listen to myself and everything on the podcast, but I don't think I would have anything to talk about. I don't think there's anything interesting about me. You know what I mean? Shy means you feel embarrassed or uncomfortable with talking sometimes. I mean, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I'm definitely shy. Um, oh, see, Kirby is very smart, you guys. Yeah, you need a very high IQ. Andrew was was on probation for assaulting a girl in a movie theater in 2022. What? And attempted to lie about it when he got it. Did that work? Oh my, wait, no, I need to talk, okay, okay, yeah, lesbian space princess hater, yeah, back to the lesbian space princess thing. A lot of you guys fit into that demographic. A lot of you guys look like the type of people to watch the show and like it. This reminds me of that one guy who was in court and randomly jump scared like Foxy the oh my god, speaking of court and speaking of going to jail and speaking of getting arrested, he was crying, yelling when he got into boo-hoo, you shouldn't have done the thing that you did then. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, oh my gosh, I just realized there's this thing. Do you guys know the thing that happened in Massachusetts? It was back in, well, not even back. This was recent. It was this chick who like strangled 3 of her kids apparently, and then she like fell off a window. I don't know if it's true, but if it is, like, whether or not it is true, right? There are 2 sides to this. There is one side where it's like, okay, I don't care what she did. I don't care what led up to this. I don't think those kids deserve to die. That's a side I'm on, right? That's the side I'm on. Yes, Lindsay Clancy, exactly. That case. It's kind of haunting considering that this happened. Um, yeah. She had 3 kids and then apparently she like strangled them and then she strangled them with the I don't know what she strangled them with, but she strangled them with something. I think she pled guilty, yeah, so she probably did do that. There were like 2 sides to that. There was one side that was like, okay, I don't care what happened. I don't care what she did. I don't care I don't care why she did it. The kids should not be guilty of that. And then there was like another side of it, which was, oh, what about postpartum? What about her being in psychosis? What if it was the guy that did it? I watched a think piece earlier. It was for like every single I always when I eat, I always try to find videos that I actually enjoy watching or listening to, but that video was a hard thing to sit through. Because that person spent 1 hour, I'm not going to say her name, but she spent 1 hour coming up with, I like inhaling sanitizer. I would rather inhale sanitizer than spend another hour watching that video. I'm not going to rewatch that, by the way. And it was like, dude, there was this thing. I'm going to call this person Vegeta. So Vegeta wrote like Vegeta made a 1 hour video justifying as to why if she did that, why that would she was talking about how there was like some sort of a possibility that this couldn't be real and that this couldn't have been her that would have done it. The thing is, even if it was like whether or not it is her, you guys are defending her. You guys are saying that what she did was justified because oh, postpartum, oh, she's going through a lot, hormones. That does not cause you to hurt other people. The kids that you decided to have, by the way, the kids that you chose to have, right? I think she should have gotten more mental help, but I don't think that justifies exactly. Like the kids should not have been involved in that. Absolutely not. Like the mental health thing, absolutely. I agree with that. I think it's a lot more than just postpartum depression, right? But people were starting to speculate that hey, maybe the man was abusive, maybe it has something to do with the guy, maybe he was a narcissist. And there's just not enough evidence pointing towards that, right? There was not much evidence pointing towards the guy doing anything. So I don't know why we're deflecting. We're like, oh, the guy must have had something to do. Could he have? I don't know. But again, those kids did not deserve to die at all. They didn't choose to exist, right? She said she is sick. All kids deserve parents, but not exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, right? Like, there were people making up speculations, and this was somebody that I liked watching as well, and I think I shouted her out in a video, and now I'm kind of retracting that, because she became more extreme as time went on. She became more, I don't know how to explain it, but she was a black nationalist, right? But then she progressively became more of a black nationalist than she already was. But the thing I liked about her content, it wasn't that she was a black nationalist. No, I'm not really into that. What I was into was I was into the perspective. I was into the fact that she was more into the traditional stuff. I was into the fact that she was promoting femininity for black women, which is something that black women desperately need. Okay, black women, melanated women, whatever, right? Black women within and outside of the diaspora, whatever, right? You know, it confuses me. Like, if you're gonna have a child willingly, why would you say exactly? Imagine if all of them, if all your fans 2005, John K, Kai Carosa, John K, EDP, Andriux, and Andre. I love how EDP. No, I love how oh yeah, Rainbow Kitty 101. I love how like these three are not like the rest. Talked to each other and had a cheese pizza. I don't had a cheese pizza party. The pizza would have been gone in 10 minutes. Actually, no, that pizza would have been gone in 5 minutes. Maximum. 5 minutes tops. 5 minutes tops. Those people are like morbidly obese. All of them. Even the ones that are anonymous. Like, I don't know what they look, but they're probably morbidly obese from what I can see. Tootie, that's just a Diddy party or an EDP party. Bro, EDP, he should not be over there. He should not be attending. His days are numbered. His days are numbered. He should not be out there. Not at all. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. I'm talking about Diddy Kong. Oh my gosh. That's funny. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. She became progressive, like Vegeta. They became progressively more of a black nationalist as time went on. And then he started talking about, I remember that post from Nintendo. He started talking about, how this person started talking about, this person started talking about how, no, do you know what this person said about, I'm not gonna lie, do you want to know what that person said about, that was something I was watching, right? And I was like, I can't believe my ears. I know that I've been watching this person for quite a bit now, but I can't believe they applied it to this situation, right? This person really said, right? This is hard-hitting evidence, by the way. This is proof. They also made an elephant in the room post in response to Soi's nonsense. That's funny. I'm thinking. This person really said, and this came straight out of their mouth. They unironically said, "Oh my God, the man must have been guilty." Why? Because the man is a white man, and he is guilty because it is within his it is in his genes to be violent and to be all of that and to be vindictive and to, like, there's psychopathy running through his blood. And I'm like, dude, why would you say that in a case that involves a white family? Like, it makes no sense. Like, at that point, just, it's like sometimes it's like not everything needs a think piece. Not everything needs to have a huge discussion held. Like, why would you, like, why would that, I know this person's a black nationalist, and that's something I would expect from them, but why would you have to say that in this case specifically? Like, to accuse the man of, like, doing something to his oldest daughter, all of this, and it was proven that she did it anyway. It was proven, I'm pretty sure, that there was proof pointing towards the fact that she was guilty of whatever she did. So why are we deflecting and then blaming the guy all of a sudden? I saw community posts from people saying that it was because, Frank James reminds me of EDP. I feel EDP is just, the thing about EDP is just, he's too overt, right? Way too overt. And the thing that concerned me, and I've always been concerned about this, right? But broads were saying that he was a predator. Broads were saying that there were, no, not broads were saying he was a predator. No, that's not what I meant. Broads were saying that he was, broads were saying that anybody anybody who criticized what was happening, that they were all pedo sympathizers, and it's like, how? Right? Because the thing is, a lot of the people that were talking to EDP, though, like, I'm not blaming them or anything, but what they would do, they would indirectly encourage minors to participate in these things. They would indirectly encourage the minors to be the vigilantes themselves and then approach these predators, because they're not taking them seriously. They're not being professional about it. And before, people were saying that I was a pedo sympathizer and that I was for saying that, and it was like, no, I could see it. I could see a lot of the lack of professionalism is what leads to these things happening. If you are not getting people in jail, I don't want to hear it. On a lighter note, my friends kept calling me Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon is a very good show, by the way, and I'm saying that just to piss that guy off. He knows exactly who he is. I wanted to say that. You know what? Cool. Okay. But Young Sheldon is a very good show, and I'm only saying that because I'm only saying that because there's this person that hates it when people talk about Young Sheldon, so I'm going to talk about Young Sheldon just to piss that person off. Because that show is actually good. Okay? Young Sheldon is a good show. So Cecil McFly knows what's up. That show is a good show. Okay? That show is good. Who? And Trippy. It was Choco, bro, because it was that, like Cecil McFly was watching it, right? And then she kept telling him it was a good show. And then after that, he was like, all the women in my life he was like, oh, yo, all the women in my life, y'all keep telling me that it's a bad show, and it's like, it's not a bad. I told that girl to keep watching it. Just keep watching it. Keep watching Young Sheldon. Keep watching that show. Goofy I'm not gonna lie, he does sound like, oh my god, speaking of him, oh my god. No, the thing is, remember, some of you guys remember this, remember that, Andrea goes to, don't talk about Andrea, the diaper guy, oh my god. I hate the Beyond Go Anime rant community thing so much. I hate that community with a burning passion. I love and hate that community. The Andriox guy, those guys are so annoying. And then they do stupid stuff in their adult years, and then they act like children. They're like, wah, so I did this really bad thing, and I hope you guys can forgive me. I made a little mistake. And then as soon as we're like, no, we don't forgive you because what you did was absolutely wrong, right? You should not be around kids at all. You shouldn't be on proximity to kids. They're like, you're not respecting my opinion. I don't care about your opinion. The only predators I like are lions, tigers, and dogs. Good on you. Good on you. Like Andrew, exactly. My apologies. Oh my apologies song. But yeah, speaking of that guy. True. They'd be butt buddies in prison. Oh. I don't want to imagine that. I do not want to have those thoughts. I do not want to have those thoughts, Jonah. Nope, we're not having it. I'm not having it. The guy who killed Jeffrey Dahmer was low-key, oh wait, no, it's that broken thing where she was like, oh, burst? Oh, burst? Clap, 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 clap. Who dropped this? Bro, you guys, stop. I'm gonna ban both of you guys. Mod's ban Jonah, even though he's mod. I Janny Jonah a while ago, okay? But Mod's banned that guy. He's just gonna ban himself. But yeah, some of you guys know who I'm talking. Wait, no. Who else are the mod? Nobody. Absolutely no one. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this thing, right? Some of you guys remember this? Remember the guy do you guys remember the guy that made this whole thing he made this whole spectacle in the comment section of a live stream thing. And he thought, let me go to the video. It was the video that I made called How to Not Handle Rejection, and I was just laughing at it the whole time. I had nothing to say. I had nothing to say about that. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. But there's this male broad, right? And he was so angry because he offered chicken butt, like he offered chicken butt $1 to $2,000, right? He was willing to trick on this guy to like make a video on him. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna do this. He was like, no, I don't know you. There's nothing to make fun of. Like, who are you? Like, why would I make fun of you? Just because you're asking me to? Well, that's not fun, right? Well, he didn't say that, but that's what he implied. And then this guy went on a whole rampage saying, oh my goodness. So, yeah, so I see how it is. You're just scared. You're just scared. That's why you're not ranting. That's why you're not gonna rant on me. Oh wait, I need to watch your latest video. Thank you. See, thank you, Kirby. Thank you. It's just a rant on Thuman. I haven't heard about her in a bit until I saw a community post of her saying, oh my god, guys, I got hacked. And I was like, oh wait, I need to check this out. And then, yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, how to not handle rejection. Number one, don't ask for an extreme offer and then complain when somebody rejects you, you know? Don't complain when somebody says no. I'm not even saying anything riveting here. I'm not even saying anything new. I'm just saying basic things. Like, this is common sense. And yet this flies over a lot of people's heads. Like, I'm shocked. And then this person, and then as soon as he was doing the Gideon thing, he was like, I'm a multi-millionaire. Like, he did the Gideon thing before Gideon could, which was crazy. He did the Gideon thing. Marshall Simon movies, like a martial arts on the subway platform where he pushed them and thinks he's God. Oh wait no, Marshall Simon moves like a martial art on the subway. Jonah. Alright, back to what I was saying. How to not handle rejection. It's just so baffling to me. Yes, this actually happened. What? Wait, isn't there like this phenomena of like, people from India and they have this fascination with trains? And then, like, I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if it's just, hello to Rainbow Bleeder 666. Hello. I don't know if I recognize that username or not, but hi, hello, welcome. Welcome to the ghetto live stream, alright? But yeah, how to not handle rejection. Now the guy is Haitian. No tea, no shade, that's kind of close. Even though it's on like the other side of the globe. Marcia has a French name if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, a lot of Haitians have French last names, so most likely. Yeah, so how to not handle rejection? Because as soon as he said, no, I'm not gonna do this, right? This guy started getting all mad, getting all pissy. He was like, I make a lot more money. You're regretting, you're turning down a huge offer. And it's like, why are you getting so pissed just because he said no to you? Learn how to handle the word no. Like, he said no, right? He was like, he wanted to get raped so bad, and then the guy was like, no. I'm talking about a situation that is gonna lead up to another situation. Because when I see comments on this guy's live streams in particular, his VODs, I always see someone seething in the comments about something, and I'm like, how do you attract that sort of thing? Like, how do you try, like he should, like, he's not, like, it's like, so I just get so confused. It's like, how do you, but then again, I kind of understand it to an extent. I'm not saying that I'm the most likable person in the world, but I notice when I see that somebody is likable, they tend to attract the worst kind of people. Just because they're so polarizing, and just because there's some people that gravitate towards them. So they have intense emotions and intense feelings towards that thing. Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything. And I don't think I was gonna elaborate on what I was talking about too much. But, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to talk about this I do want to talk about this channel here. I do want to talk about this channel. I wanted to see how they were doing. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna be a bit snarky for a little bit. Okay. This is gonna be a short live stream. I wasn't gonna stream for long because I actually do want to sleep, you know. I actually don't want to lose sleep over divine light skinned mulatto mixed racial god. My god, today what? How long of a username is? How long of a username can you possibly have? My god, today. So some of you guys remember this, right? Some of you guys remember the snark. There's this one person that I A-logged for about 2 minutes, right? And her name, she changes her name every 10 business days, and all she does is just talk about how she's a I just realized since I've been subbed, your profile picture went sideways to right side up, back to sideways. Yeah. It just, I don't know how to explain that. It's like the way that I would take pictures, it's kind of weird. And then I just choose the one that I like the most, and then yeah, that's a new profile picture. But yeah, I need to just rant for a little bit. Dude, black women, we're already insecure about our image, right? Why do I see a bunch of, I hope you get to 1,000, but that would be the best thing ever, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's a huge birthday gift. Huge birthday gift. I would be ecstatic, okay? Like, I would be elated, I'll be over the moon if that were to happen. But, dude, black women. You know, black women, not black people, you know, black women. We're already insecure about our image. A lot of us are already insecure about our image, right? A lot of us are already insecure about that. Why would we go out of our way to try to lump ourselves into another category, into another group? If you have majority African in your DNA, and if you look like you have majority and if you look sub-Saharan African, and if everybody else can see that, if you look like I hope that it is clocking to some of you guys, because the way that all it took is one singular YouTube channel to convince you guys that you're not black anymore, or that you're not melanated anymore, just because somebody is telling you, hey, you're not actually melanated, you're mixed with something else. What? If you don't have one parent who is not of African descent, then you have your answer as to what you are. I'm sorry. If you have features that are not, if you don't have like much recessive genes that kind of lean towards the opposite direction, I don't know what to tell you, right? I think that is something between you and God. Like, I would be damned if I went up online and if I started telling people, unironically, right? Like, these people are Misha unironically. Misha Petrov, they're like her, but they're unironic about it. The girl that was like, hey, I'm a trans black queen. They're like her, but if they were serious. They were her if she was serious. I hate people who make their race their personality. Like, no one cares whether you're light-skinned, white, or Latino. What the heck just exists? I understand racial pride and stuff like that, but the way some of you guys take that to, like, the extreme, like, your whole person, it's like, dude, it's like, for me, I never understood that. Like, in the black community and stuff like that, like, nowadays, they made a whole separate category for people who look similar to me or whatever. It's like, you're dark, but you're not that dark. So you're like, oh, now you're brown skin. And before it used to be light skin and dark skin. And then if you're light skin, you're like a red bone or yellow bone, whatever. And now it's like, oh, yeah, now you're brown, now you're dark. Now it's just a bunch of categories. I won't survive in jail. Oh, what is that? Anyway, please don't survive. Literally, don't survive, please. Leave. I'm a caramel macchiato. Oh my gosh, the Korya extension thing, yeah. It's like you're dark skin, you're black. You're black. People can it's like, guys, dear people in chat. That's Andrew. Oh my god. That's him. Oh my god, today. Alright. I don't want to A-log this person, but I'm done with the internet. I am done with the internet. I am done with YouTube. Okay, I'm done. I am moving to, you gotta watch his body cam, but I need to. I need to. Tomorrow morning, after I hear my, voice, after I hear myself spurg for about an hour, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna watch the body cam footage. Since I know you like talking about predators, I do. How does she have more subs? I don't know. I don't know. I think you should start, I think you should, I think what you should do is you should bleach your skin, throw a My Little Pony, throw a wig on, right? Try to cosplay as a failed Equestria, girl's character for My Little Pony. Do whatever you gotta do. Call yourself mixed race, and then boom, you're gonna get more subscribers. My question is, how do you have a 100,000 views on one video with only 100 likes? There's something wrong with that, right? And here's my issue. My issue is that this is I feel sorry for her, right? She is a product. It's 11:11 right now. I wish that this person could get better. I wish that this person could see that deep down inside she is a black woman, and that she's not like it's like, dude, I'm ranting about this a lot because I love black people, right? I love my kind, all right? I don't care whether or not you're from America or you're from any other place in the world, like if you're black, whatever. I don't care, right? But some of these people, there's this one YouTube channel is like responsible for this kind of thinking. I'm not gonna say what that channel is because I do not want you guys going over there and then embodying every single talking point that this person has. But this person has made it so easy for people who look like me to just rally up behind them and say, hey guys, I am mixed race now because my admixture is 20%. No, we can see the African DNA running through your veins. You are black. Alright? You are black. Okay? If you are insecure because of, okay, the collective might be pulling us down, it is the crabs in the bucket, then be the exception of the rule. Who is stopping you? Right? Why are you pretending to be some? It's like these people want to be different, but they don't want to be different. Love yourself. Exactly. Love yourself. Please love yourself. Like there's this one thing that I saw, and it was and they said at the end of the day you are still like, I don't feel like swearing right now. They're like, at the end of the day you are still an n-word, so love yourself, black woman. Love yourself, so learn to love yourself and your own people. And I was like, thank you, thank you. I always do. See, even Kirby gets it. Kirby gets it, but none of these people do, and these are grown adults. This person is named Divine Light Skin Mulatto Mixed Racial Goddess. By the way, these people bleach their skin. They hide their 4C hair, or they dye it to the, or they fry it to the, they straighten it to the point where it's fried, to the point where it's damaged, right? Damaged 4C hair, damaged 4B 4A, damaged type 4 hair. And it makes me so sad. I went through this rabbit hole last year, and I literally, I was scared. I was scared to ever, like, I had to take a break. I'm not gonna lie. I did. That was like, it was some of the weirdest stuff I've seen on the internet. I've never seen a group of people so insecure to the point where they're going up and then they're pretending to be anything else other than black. No, you're allowed to just be who you, like, today I'm dipping my hair into a deep fry. That's what they're doing. That is what they're doing. They're dipping their hair into deep fryers, right? That's one thing. And then they are, I don't know what else to, and then, oh my god, there's nothing I can possibly say about this, but it's just so sad. It's just such a sad thing to see. And then if I read the titles, if I read the titles, pretty blanks should have fun, and keep in mind, Kentucky Fried. I'm kidding that. I'm pinning that. KFH. I'm pinning that. I'm sorry, I'm pinning that. I'm pinning that. I am pinning that, broad. I'm pinning that. I'm pinning that. I am pinning that. I am pinning that. Okay, I am pinning that. I am pinning that. That is so funny. Kentucky Fried Hair. I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna take that from you, Jonah. That is funny. That is hilarious. That is hilarious, okay? Nutritious and painful. Exactly. Exactamundo. The titles, it's just so depressing. You don't need a man to be happy. Do nothing for men. Don't let go of the potato. Stay focused of your dreams. Have a rooster of men. Oh, by the way, this person cannot spell, so instead of have a roster of men, they said have a rooster of men. A rooster. I wish that it was still 11:11 so I could keep wishing, but you don't need to explain your beauty enhancement. I have good aura. No man be the plan. Nice girls finish last sometimes, and here's why. How to be stuck up and outshine others. I'm sexy and I know it. Like the time where Gary Bowser and Doug Bowser wrestled in court over hacking switches. Why decenter men personally? A guy paid PAYED for my nails. Let him know you're that girl. YOUR. How to have pretty princess treatment part 2 Muwa. These people, wait, no, pretty people have to self-preserve. How to be a star. It's so sad to me. It's so sad. It's sad because this person does not seem mentally well, in my opinion. And then this person, I feel like this person's been radicalized, right? Like, if I checked this old person's videos, I checked this old person's videos, right? They had type 4 hair, dark skinned, right? And then all of a sudden they felt the need to pivot because they didn't like themselves enough. They weren't satisfied. And then they started to change up, they decided to change their skin tone and hide under bad synthetic wigs. And then this is what it has become, right? It just gets really sad, and it's a huge spectacle. And they do this for the approval of other groups, by the way. Like, they like to talk about, oh, I'm not like other black people, look at me, I'm desired by every other group of people. Dude, the reason why a lot of groups, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm not saying this because, oh, I want to be, no, the reason why a lot of groups of other people, why a lot of them are kind of turned off by a lot of black women, is because a lot of us hide our natural selves. A lot of us hide our natural beauty. I have to come out of here and say that. I have to say that. I do. I'm not gonna just sit there and ignore it and try to, no. A lot of us, like, it's either this or we have these weird inferiority complexes towards ourselves, towards our hair, especially that, right? I understand colonial, I understand texturism, I understand all of that. I understand. Well, at least you don't, right? Yeah. Yeah, at that point, it's like, I remember when I was younger, I've always wanted a weave, and then after that, I remember when I asked my mom, and then she was like, no, that's too grown, you can't have that, and I was like, okay. And then I haven't worn a wig ever since, and, you know. Big Lex versus Rolly. Oh my gosh, SMH. Oh my god, is that fresh? Is that fresh? Oh my gosh, I remember that guy. Oh, a wig. And also because a ton of propaganda makes black features. Yeah, that too, that as well. Because the media would also do that, and then black women would internalize that, right? And then they would enact what they would think other people would want to see. But then, little do people know that when you embrace your natural features and then you play along with it and stuff like that, that will translate well into the real world, right? But sadly, not a lot of people can see that, and then they're convinced that if they're there are people that are convinced that if you're attractive as a black woman, it has to be because you're mixed with something else, or because you look similar to you, or you have a similar phenotype to somebody else of a different group, right? It's not because you're an attractive black woman. No, it's because you have to fit into other categories, you know. So yeah, hi Fresh. Shout out to Fresh. Okay, shout out to Fresh. Like, it just makes me feel so sad. Pure black women. Thank you. Like, it just makes me feel sad. Like, obviously there obviously there are levels to this. I'm not gonna say that every black woman is attractive just because, but you know, it's really sad when I see this. Like, oh, in order for these people to be attractive, they have to be something else. And I'm not gonna lie. Not only is it really sad, like, on a technical level, not only is it just really sad to look at and it's depressing, not only is it, but it's also a huge ick for a lot of people. Yes, people can notice when you're insecure about something. People can notice when you have some level of self-hatred there, and then they feel turned off by that. They feel the need to pull back, and that's why they don't want to sort of I don't know where I was going with that. I like girls. Nice. And be yourself, guys. See, be yourself. Thank you, Jonah. See, Jonah is hitting hard with this. Be yourself. I like. Oh yeah, speaking with the glasses phenomenon, I remember those old chick flicks. They would always have these girls, and then as soon as they take off the glasses, all of a sudden now they're attractive and whatever. And it's like, what? Jonah is cool. Jonah understands. Jonah understands game. Okay. But again, I just find this really, really sad. It's like a lot of people with self-hatred. I noticed that the backgrounds of a lot of these women on YouTube in particular, just like me and you. Thank you. Thank you. It's like I noticed that the backgrounds within these women in particular, a lot of them would be suburban black women, like black women from suburbia, and then it's never like, and it just makes me sad. Or black women from other parts of the world, and then they'd masquerade as other groups of people, and then they'd get mad when they're not treated like other people. And it's like, no, of course you're not, because you don't even like yourself and people can see that. So of course people are not going to respect you, right? You have to show that you don't really care too much, because if you show that you care too much, right, don't be like Thuman. Don't show that you care too much, because people will weaponize that against you. People can say, and then they will use you, and then that's why you have to make thousands of hit pieces talking about have a rooster of men and how you should decenter them and that you don't need them to be happy. Yeah, because a lot of men have sensed your weakness and they've used that. I'm not blaming you I'm not necessarily blaming you for it, but that's something you gotta work on. Beauty by mixed racial mulatto. Beauty by mixed racial mulatto. Stop calling yourself a mulatto. Stop. If you have two dark-skinned parents, if you have two black parents, you are not a mulatto. If you bleach your skin, you are not a mulatto. I need that to stop. A mulatto is somebody mixed with black and white. That's what a mulatto is. This person is not a mulatto. This person is not mixed with black. But some people can consider that a slur, but me personally, I don't consider it a slur. Sounds like a mulatto. A mulatte? I mean, maybe. Yummy. But I just feel so bad, and like it made my skin crawl last year when I first looked into this. I was like, ugh. I was like, I'm glad that mulatto is somebody who's half white, half black, and passes for white. Yeah. See, this guy gets me. Jonah gets Kirby, guys. Jonah gets Kirby. Okay, it makes my skin crawl. I can't stand this. Like, I can't keep looking at it any longer. And it's not even this person. This person is just a product of their environment. And then I would see these channels, and then it would just, and then to sum up this person is just a suburban black girl, right? A black girl who grew up in suburbia, who grew up in a PWI, who grew up hating her phenotype because she's been made fun of it before. So now she hates herself for it, and now she wants to erase every single part of her identity that pertains to her old phenotype, and now she wants to masquerade it as this new phenotype, right? Oh, I remember the glory days. Wait, what were you talking about? Explain it. Does Lola like... I love ducks, okay? That's why I named my channel Lola Ducky, okay? I needed to add the ducks somewhere. I did. I needed to. Quack. Exactly. Quack. I wish I could go on and it's like, dude, it's like I can't. It's giving me an aneurysm. We were animation directors and animated getting sent off to we were animation directors and animated pedophiles getting sent off to Bowser ship, and then we wore boxing gloves and played our... Exactly, dude. That is what we did. We was boxers. Okay, we was boxers. How to carry yourself and what to do about it. So how to enhance your aura using tools. Carry yourself as that girl and never... This is somebody getting radicalized by random videos on YouTube. This is what YouTube radicalization does to you. Now that I think about... Oh my gosh, speaking of which... Okay, Kirby, I need to explain. We need to explain it. We need to explain it. We need to explain it, okay? Okay, what I was talking about before, I was talking about how people who, the thing is, if, when you're polarizing or when people like you kind of tend to attract the weirdest kind of people around, okay? I remember finding you from Iraqi's community. Shout out to Iraqi. Shout out to the Dragon Ball community, the Dragon Ball YouTube community. I love that community mainly because of the fan art, but there's so much AI now that I can't even. It's just so oversaturated. Like I've seen AI drawings. I saw like somebody draw a character, like they were claiming to draw something traditional, but then I saw the watermark and I was like AI because I recognized that handwriting. That handwriting is AI. The handwriting is not human made. The way was kind of strange. Yeah, I'll explain it. I'll explain. Jonah, do not explain it. I will explain it. But I need to do the DSP thing where I have to add a bunch of fluff that would lead up to it. But don't worry, this is kind of relevant, okay? I want to open up a couple new things, okay? When people like you, okay, when people like you, I'm having a stroke reading that. Okay. But it was good because it was like the time that there were sausages and oh yeah, I like that analogy. I remember that analogy. Okay, I need to explain it. I need to explain it. Okay. There are a couple events leading up to that. When you are polarizing, okay, when people like you, when people dislike you, when people have strong emotions towards you, you kind of tend to attract a lot of weirdos, okay? I'm trying to just have things to lead up to the. For an example, case in point, there is this guy, okay? Very polarizing. People liked him. He's the it guy. Someone I used to be friends with. The ew. I'm glad that this was somebody you used to be friends with, and this isn't somebody that you're still talking to. Ew. And speaking of people who defend that, what is with people and acting oblivious to it and acting like as if there's nothing wrong? The name is literally the name. I'm weird, but not a weirdo. Exactly. Exactly. The name Lolly stemmed from Lolita, okay, and Lolita stemmed from a book about a 12-year-old girl with a man in his 30s, and he became her stepfather. No, I'm not friends with him anymore. Good, good, good. The guy, and this was a book that I read, right? I read that book years ago. Years ago. My God, today. But 30 something year old man, right, becomes her stepfather, kidnaps her. They flee across the country. They flee across the United States just to run away from the police and all that stuff, right? Just so that he could keep doing what he was doing. He killed his mom. That part too. He killed her mom. That part too. So he literally isolated her from everyone. Nobody like this is real, like this is the origin of Lolly, by the way, Lolita, whatever. And then after that, when she escaped and when she ended up getting married, I think, to a guy around her age, she died before she could even turn 18. So she wasn't even an adult when the book was finished. When the story was finished, Dolores wasn't even an adult. Her name is not Lolita, her name's Dolores, but he would call her Lolita, hence why the name is Lolita. So when people come up, so that's my argument. Okay, that is my argument. That is why I don't support lolicon. That's why I don't support that stuff. I don't want to keep talking about it because I do not want people to stalk me and do all of that stuff and make a bunch of think pieces about, oh my gosh, you said this bad thing that I didn't like, so now was written about by a victim of SA and showed the mind of it. Exactly. It started getting sexualized because, yeah, exactly. It wasn't even just about the 60s movie. It was also the book adaptations. They started drawing the covers all weird. They were sexualizing Dolores herself, and I was like, why are we doing this? And then in the 1900s adaptation, although it was less sexual than the 60s version, they were still adding weird things here and there, and it just made it really uncomfortable. And it was kind of obvious that the director was kind of an amateur, I guess. People should be able to have opinions without harassment. I agree with that. I agree, Kerman. I agree with that. I don't think people should be knocking at my door just because I have a negative opinion on what they're into. Especially if what you're into can translate into something harmful, right? Because these are the same broads that would talk about how porn is bad and how it's like if you know about the ramifications of going through porn too much, if you understand that, right, why would you, if you understand that this could translate into real life, like this could translate into something that would happen in real life, why would you turn a blind eye and start joiking it to lollies, to like children, to animated kids, right? If you can't if you understand the ramifications of being a porn addict, how come you don't understand the ramifications of being addicted to lolicon, to shotacon, to anything pertaining to that? And yeah, exactly. And Trippy, thank you. I was about to say that. Vladimir Nabokov, yeah, he was an essay victim, and that book was also for essay victims to resonate with the book, or for survivors to resonate with the book. It was not made for people to sexualize it and turn it into something they could satisfy themselves to. And I could go on about that book. I love that book, by the way. And the way that this girl, like, remember, like, there's this chick, she was like, attractive women are just children. She could have talked about Lolita. She could have talked about, she could have elaborated more on the, categories on those adult websites that would have freshly 18 or schoolgirl, all that other stuff pertaining to children. She could have talked about that instead of talking about nose contour and body and men prefer their women to be at a healthy BMI, so therefore they're creeps. No, she could have talked about those things, those other things that I've mentioned. Because because that is an interesting topic. But the thing is, the evidence was weak. The evidence did not point to, oh, this person, men as a collective must really like children. Then they don't. They do not. It's like they could have talked. They could have talked about how the adaptations of Lolita were sexualizing the girl constantly. They could have talked about that. They could have talked about. She could have talked about so many things, and that's why I got that. That's what made me annoyed when I watched the videos. Like, where are the things that are relevant to the topic at hand? I may be a kid, but I ain't gonna like children when I'm an adult. I mean, good call. Wait, it was just, yeah. But yeah, I'm really passionate about that. Like, I'm really passionate about the about that. What's even happening? And same here. I'm just talking about the Lolita stuff, and Trippy brought up her friend was like a lolicon stuff, and after that I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna talk about the lolicon stuff. Because the way people would jump through hoops, if you have to do all of that just to justify your attraction to something, then there's something wrong with what you have to do. If you have to gather evidence, and that evidence can be disproven by common sense, then there's something wrong with what you're into. I still don't know who Lolita is, to be honest. Okay, so Lolita was a nickname that her step that Dolores is the main character, right? Well, not the main character, she's not the protagonist, but Dolores Hayes, right? Dolores, yeah. And then Lolita was a nickname that Humbert gave her. It was like a pet name. It was really weird. All right. I prefer not calling the 12-year-old girl that name, by the way. But yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, to talk about the origin story between Jonah and Lola. Okay. So it happened it happened in 2022, in late 2022. Okay. But actually no, before that I want to talk about that. When you are likable to an extent, okay, when you're likable to an extent, you are going to attract people who are weird. Okay? You're going to attract people who are desperate and would want people to talk to, so then they end up talking to you, right? That is stuff that I see happen time and time again. I'm seeing it happen now with the guy who's having it his YouTube career is popping. Okay, like everybody is gravitating towards him. Yeah, he has really good takes. Everybody likes his stuff. I respect what he does. I love what he does. And then and then I start to see a bunch of people, right, and then they feel entitled to hear from him all the time. They feel entitled to be like, oh, he has to notice me 24/7. He has to hear from me all the time. He has to respond to everything that I ask him or everything that I say. And then it's like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't have to. So, right, I'm using this as a. I was gonna rant about that, but I was like, you know what? Let me use that as an excuse so I can start to talk about. The Jonah thing. The Alia fan thing. Alia fan 2005. Shout out to Alia fan 2005. Okay, shout out to you. I hope you're doing a lot better. I hope you actually went outside. I hope you're taking those walks, okay? I pray for you, girl. I pray for you. But what happened was in late 2022. In late 2022, Diddy fan to stop. In late 2022, this brought my God today. So in late 2022, Alia fan 2005 was okay. I thought about this right now. When you stream, you should make like a board of topics you were talking about and whether or not you finished it yet, so you don't forget. True. That's what I did, and that's why I haven't been stammering a lot. Like I'm proud of myself. I thought I was gonna stutter a lot. I thought I was gonna mince my words. I thought I was gonna have 20 minutes of dead air like Hassan Piker and like I was gonna have all of this and then forget what I'm saying. But luckily, I do have the stuff. It's just that I felt like some of these topics were less interesting. But yeah, I agree with that. We're proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, the first one, let me read these. The first one is the Choco Watch, aka the people that are that was what I was talking about. I was talking about the people that feel entitled to hear responses from this guy. And it's like, no, people don't have to respond to you. People don't have to adhere to your every needs. Like that's just entitlement, that's narcissism. And then after that I was talking about the mixed exoticals, talking about the mixed person. The person LARPing is a mixed person. It was really depressing. Stalker Balker, I don't know why I named it that. That was just me reading that's just me reading chat. Trolls. Oh yeah, I wanna talk about the trolls, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna talk about, lesbian space princess haters. Oh yeah, that was the first thing I've talked about, so I don't think I forgot about that at all. But let's talk about the Alia fan stuff. So in 2022, in the winter, right, I did a little bit of trolling, okay? So what happened was Alia was a normal person. There's Aaliyah and then there's Alia. I'm not gonna call you Aaliyah, okay? You don't deserve to be on the same level as Aaliyah, okay? I don't care if you're named after her. You are not Aaliyah, you're Alia. Okay, Alia fan 2005, okay? She did not have YouTube, she did not have social media. It was just Roblox at the time. And then in 2022, she started later going onto YouTube because, she wanted to share art and stuff to the world. She noticed that Kimberly and I were on YouTube as well, so she was like, okay, let me join. So then she did, and then she started blowing up because she joined the Thomas community. People know what happened within the Thomas community with Blue Puffball and with Hayden, with all of those guys. Yeah. So Alia was a fan of Thomas and all of those, autistic TV shows, all of these interests, whatever. And then she became famous out of nowhere. Everybody liked her. Then the fame started getting to her. Yes, and they were kids. They were kids. Okay, they were kids. Alia, everybody liked Alia, okay? Because of the whole Thomas the Tank Engine, whatever. But the fame got to her head. She was normal. She was 100% normal. She might have been homeschooled for all of her life, but she was a normal gal. Okay, she was a normal gal. She was your basic average girl. Like, she was playing Splatoon. Like, she was cool. She was so cool. And then as soon as she started engaging in these, like, these as soon as she has garnered a massive fan base, as soon as she gained, like, 4,000 subscribers overnight, literally overnight, like, out of nowhere, she made a Discord server, right? That's why, honestly, I don't use Discord. But when I used to have Discord, I was in her server, right? And I was just looking at things out and all that stuff. And then because Alia and I were friends at the time, we were good friends. We were friends. We were talking in the DMs. We were good friends. She went mad with she was mad. She did go mad. She went insane. Because all of a sudden, out of nowhere in November, December, whatever time it was, I don't know when it was, she became psychotic. Like, it was out of nowhere. She started sending her fans to attack people who disagreed with her. She started going all beyond-ish. And if you don't know what that means, she was like one of those, like, quote-unquote opinion bashers. She would take, like, screenshots of people who would disagree with her, and then she would tell her fans to attack them. It was a mess. It was a huge mess. And then it was just, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I forgot what happened. Like, I completely forgot what happened, but, Kyle Carosa ex. Yes, yes. She kind of acted like that in a way. Yeah, so she did a lot. She did a lot with that. She did a whole lot with that. So she did that. So Kyle was like, not Kyle, Alia was just spurging out at random people. And then, oh my gosh, one day, this is what happened. One day she randomly woke up and started to cut ties with Kimberly. She cut ties with Kimberly out of nowhere for dumb reasons, right? She was like, I'm not friends with Kimberly anymore. And then we're all like, why? And then she started, and then she literally, she was so performative that she screen recorded herself on Roblox DMs on her big screen, on her big iPad screen. She was taking not screenshots. She was screen recording herself, typing in how much she didn't like Kimberly anymore and how much she wanted to cut ties with her out of nowhere. And then Kimberly was like, "What? But Alia, we were friends." Because Kimberly looked up to Alia, right? Like, Kimberly saw Alia as like an older sister. Like, Kimberly would constantly look up to people, and Alia just happened to be one of those people. It was Alia at the time. But Alia, she knew that Kimberly looked up to her, right? But then she took that personally, all of that stuff, and then she got so angry that she got so angry that she told Kimberly to just like I don't want to be your friend anymore, Kimberly. I don't want to be your friend. And then she tried to find reasons to justify as to why she would cut ties with Kimberly out of nowhere, and it was because of So catch this, get this right, get this. What happened was she took a screenshot. Her dumb, and I don't like calling people dumb. Like, I'm kind of a moral. I'm kind of a moral. I'm kind of concerned trolling, right? I don't like calling people stupid, unprovoked. I'm sorry. I don't like doing that. That's just not like. But when it came to Kimberly in particular, she took a screenshot of a roleplay, of an erotic roleplay that both of them did. But little did Alia know that you just exposed yourself because you're older than the person you're participating in that roleplay with. You're the older person. You're supposed to tell that person to stop. But you engaged, you encouraged it, you went along with it, right? I don't care who started it. You're supposed to stop that immediately, right? If you are the adult in the situation, or if you're the older person in the situation, stop engaging in that behavior. Stop engaging with that. You're around somebody who's younger than you and they're doing that. Just stop engaging. What is even happening? Predators are stupid. So exactly, because she took a screenshot and then said, hey guys, so this minor literally like told me to do this with them. And it's like, why would you tell the internet that? Like, and then she made it seem like as if Kimberly was a bad person for it, and it was like, Kimberly, are you sure? Like, and the way that I saw it, I don't know, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly or not, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that that girl initiated it, that Alia to that. I'm pretty sure Alia initiated that, and then Kimberly just went along with it to make her big sister happy, dude. It was weird stuff, and then after that, I felt so bad, and even when I saw that, I was like, what the heck? I was like, why are you blaming this person who's younger than you for that? I was like, I'm not gonna do this. But at the time, I was scared of confrontation, right? I'm scared of confrontation. I really am. Well, I'm not right. Well, not anymore. But before, I definitely was. So what I did was I made a whole separate account dedicated to just calling this broad out, dedicated to just telling them, hey, dedicated to just telling this person, hey, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna you're not gonna you're not gonna humiliate this girl online just because you woke up one morning and you're like, hey, I too am scared of confrontation. So this is how you metro Kirby. 1 second, one moment, this is where it all starts. Okay, I was scared, so I decided to make a different account, and I was like, hey, what are you, I was like, hey, like, I wrote a whole like thing. And then Alia felt so personally attacked. She felt so personally attacked. She was like, oh my gosh, because she knew that everything I was saying was coming from the heart. Like, everything I was saying was dead accurate. And then she took a screenshot. And then she kept doubling down and making non-apologies towards the end of her career. No, this is what happened, right? She took a screenshot of what I said on the alt account, saying, hey, you should not be blaming that girl for what you engaged in. For you as the older person. You chose to keep going with that. You didn't shut it down. You kept going. You went along with it. Oh my god, this like 2-year-old minor is like harassing me. So cut them off. Like, what are we doing? So then Kim so then as soon as I read that person, right? I read that person, okay? She she took a screenshot, uploaded it onto her YouTube channel, one of those 4-second videos, nothing transformative, no commentary, just a title saying, "What do you think of this, guys? Is this person correct?" Because she wanted to seek validation from the internet. Here's the tea, right? She wanted to seek validation. She was exactly like she was almost an adult, by the way. And then she was writing she was writing a whole thing saying, "Oh my goodness, oh my gosh, you guys." So like, do you guys agree with this person? Do you agree with this person who's attacking me? Like, the raging victim complex, and for what? Like, I remember this one photo that she made. She made this one drawing of Bubbles cutting herself or something. Why would you, like, Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls? Why would you draw this and then post it? Like, it reminds me of that soy jack. It reminds me of that soy jack meme. That's like, hey, here's some embarrassing information about me. Don't make fun of me for it. That's what it's giving. That's what it looks like. Don't make fun of me for this. Let me post some embarrassing information about me. Don't make fun of me. What? So yeah, as soon as I told her everything that I thought, all of my thoughts on the situation, and then she wanted to seek validation from her audience. She wanted to feel vindicated so bad. She wanted to be right so bad. The audience was like, actually, I think that person was kind of right, Alia. I think that person was kind of right. I kind of agree. Because I like Kimberly, I like you too, but like, you know, all of this was out of nowhere. All of this was out of nowhere, you know? All of this was out of nowhere. Like, you didn't need to cut ties with this kid, right? You didn't need to. And then Alia, because she didn't care about what she did. She didn't care about that. She just wanted to protect her image. She wanted to protect her fan base. She wanted to seek her own fans turned against her. It wasn't really, and rightfully so. Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, all of us were like, those fans. I'm sorry, the fans did not have a mind of their own. So I think they needed somebody to tell them, hey, you're not looking up to somebody who's doing, the right thing. Deserved. It kind of was deserved. I mean, she did groom somebody and then pin the blame and then try to pin the blame on them. She's only sorry because, exactly, she was only sorry because somebody was man enough to check her. And then she was like, "Oh my gosh, well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. I'm sorry." She was like, "Here, damn." Here, damn. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm being held accountable right now. And then she tried to do damage control. She tried to be friends with Kimberly again. And then I was like, "Don't fall for that." I don't know. I don't remember. I was like, "Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that." This reminds me of Hopeful Lucille. I do not know what happened. Fake apology. If she didn't out herself, then who knows what would have happened. Yeah. I'm glad that I'm kind of glad that she did out herself so that, because that was like a ticking time bomb. That was a huge ticking time. And also, wait, Trippy, elaborate on the Lucille thing, because I do want to hear about that. That does sound interesting. Fake apology. It was a fake apology. She was like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I'm kind of glad. Yeah, I'm glad that a lot of them are. I'm glad that a lot of them are, so that it's like they're, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Alia thing. After, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys this. The, please, okay, Kyle and Alia are big examples of stupid. True, very, very true, very true, very true, very true, very. Like, I have nothing else to say about that. That is just true. My God, Kimberly. What was I saying? Oh my gosh, Kimberly, Alia, the drama. Oh yeah, the fans could not think for them. Like, she wanted to seek validation from the internet so bad. Oh yeah, one of those other things. Remember when I said the thing of, if people like you, you're gonna attract a bunch of weirdos? Dude, that's what Alia did to me, right? And I don't know if I consider myself a likable person, right? But Alia found me pretty likable. so likable, in fact, that she went into my DMs, and I was on call with a friend at the time. I was streaming. I was sharing my screen with him, and then this broad out of nowhere was like, "Hey Lola, wanna have a play date?" Thank you, Kirby. Thank you. Wanna have a play date? And I was like, And after that, she was like, don't worry. My mommy told, and it was like, you're almost an adult. She was almost an adult at the time, and she was talking about, oh my goodness, Lola, my mommy tells me that I can't be on the internet. I can't do this with a straight face. My mommy tells me that I can't talk to strangers online, and I can't give my address to random strangers online. And then she gave me her full-blown address, and I was sharing my screen with somebody. So that person saw that, right? No, that person saw that, and I was like, delete that right now. Delete that right now. Whether or not it was screen sharing, I would have still told that person to delete that. After that, I do not want anybody giving me information out of nowhere, unprovoked. What business do I have? Um, what business do I have? Like keeping your address. Like, why should I know? Why should I know that about you? You don't tell people that online. Your mom was trying to protect you. I don't want to aid in that. I don't even want to imagine what would do during those play dates. Bro, talking about you should not be talking like that. If you're over the age of like 6 years old, you should not. No, if you're over the age of like 7, you should not be talking about play dates. My God, today. Especially when you got grooming allegations. Exactly. Like, what are we talking about? Like, hopeful Lucille was the lady who groomed this girl and made a response blaming the minor. I'm not a pedophile. I'm an pedophile, and she's a pedophile, so she's just as. But what? What are these boo file? What does that mean? If you like kids, you like kids. End of story. We're not gonna go over the semantics of what each definition of each word. No, we can see that. We can see that you're still attracted to people under the age of 18. You're still attracted to the vulnerable. Next. Like, what's going on? Like, obviously, like, I would say that one is bad, the other one is worse. Like, like, I could see that, but it is still bad across the board. It is still bad across the board. I'm not gonna, there's nothing positive about, there's nothing positive that comes from that at all. Nothing. And you're just making it harder for yourself and the people around you. Like, the only time these people are useful is when they're used as examples, you know? Is someone attracted to an adult? Oh, that's what that is. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like, I don't know what to say about, but like, the thing, if a minor is like catching themselves being attracted to it, it it's number one, they don't really have like a they don't really have a they don't really have like a secure perception of what love is. First of all, they're kids, but number two, that could be trauma related. There could have been something that would have happened there, or they're just going through puberty. It's like, why are you taking advantage of somebody who is growing? What even is that? Why would you act on that? Who, like, glad you and I wore detective clothes and cracked that case open. Yes. Oh yeah, this was how Joan and I became friends. I mean, I know that I didn't know she was that bad. Yeah, she gave me her full-blown address. Nobody, guys, do not give me those details about you, please. Do not do that. I don't consent to this. This was digital rape. Alia digitally molested me, bro, by giving me her address. I don't need that. That is not something that I didn't have consent. Nobody, like, I did not consent to this, okay? I did not consent. But yeah, my God, today. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm gonna look back at the board so that I don't forget. I was talking about, oh yeah, that. So yeah, she gave me her address and I was like, delete that, delete that, delete that. And then she did. She did. I was like, nope, delete that. Like, literally delete that. She tried to put me in a voice acting van for PJ Masks. Oh yeah, she liked that show too. I'm sorry. That's an embarrassing. I'm sorry. I know that we're all I know that a lot of us are like spurgouts and a lot of us are like we're on the spectrum, but that's an embarrassing hyperfixation to have. I'm sorry. I think that sometimes autists should bully other autists for what they like. Like if you like the PJ Masks, like Owlette, Catboy, Gecko, whatever. I'm sorry. That is a gay hyperfixation. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm actually no. I'm not sorry. I'm not gonna take that back. That is a horrible hyperfixation to have. You could have been fixated on anything else, but the PJ Masks. Oh yeah, how Jonah and I became friends was we talked about the Kimberly thing, right? And then at first, Jonah thought that I was defending Alia, and then I was like, "Oh my goodness, Alia can do no wrong." And then after that, it didn't seem harmless on its own, but given the fact that she got exposed, centering a project, and recruiting while being said is a red flag. I feel like there's so many things that are red flags about it. Like the fact that she knew that this was wrong, she just didn't know that she was in the wrong. That was what really got to me. Like she knew what the Kimberly, she knew the Kimberly thing was wrong. She just thought that she was the victim. She thought she was the victim of the situation when she wasn't. Like she was the perpetrator. She was the perpetrator of that instance. So yeah, Alia was a weirdo. Weirdo. I'll discuss it tomorrow morning. I've got screenshots. Screenshots. What was I saying? It was about oh yeah, the Alia thing, the trolling, the oh yeah, the oh yeah, after that, um Jonah and I did become friends because literally all we would literally I remember when we did reconcile and we were like, and I was like, because this was what happened, right? There's this thing and it was over like a satirical thing, and I kind of it was over like a satirical thing, right? um Something like there's this like drama that happened between Kimberly and a couple of other people, and then I was like, dude, this is not funny. Like, why are you guys doing that to Kimberly? Because at the time, like, I was already like mad at the at Alia for that, and I thought those people were a part of it. So I was like, no, we're not gonna do this. I'm half watching this, half watching Rick and Morty. See, and Trippy has a very high IQ, very high IQ. Okay, like they're watching Rick and Morty. Okay, very high IQ. Only you need to have a very high IQ in order to understand Rick and Morty. Okay. So shout out to Trippy. Shout out to Trippy. In my defense, I kind of forgot it happened, but now looking back at it, it just got so much worse. Yeah, the Alia stuff got so much worse. And then I forgot how we became friends, to be honest. All I knew was that I got into an argument because I genuinely thought that you guys were on I thought you guys were justifying harassing Kimberly, and I was like, you guys are not gonna do that, right? And after that, turns out you guys were not doing that, and it was just something satirical, and I was like, oh wow. I feel a little, I feel a little Riri now, very Riri. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that was how Joe and I wasn't part of the harassment. It was just text, and then I got mad. And after that, Jonah was like, guys, calm down, calm down. I think that was what happened. And I was like, guys, I'm friends with the text, calm down. He wasn't being serious. And I was like, no, shut up, Jonah. And then, yeah. What was I talking about? So... I don't know, what was I talking... Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about something new. I wanted to rant on these old heads, okay? I wanted to rant on these old heads, okay? There's a difference between... They're old heads, alright? Rick and Morty is smiling friends for white nihilists instead of white Christians. Oh my god, smiling friends! Shout out to Smiling Friends, okay? Shout out to Smiling Friends. I love Smiling Friends. I watched that whole entire thing within like 2 days. I love Smiling Friends. Rick and Morty's for nihilists. Like the ones that just hate the world, they hate everything, nothing ever happens. Instead of the ones that are like, oh my goodness, we're all hope filled, we're all gonna change, we're all happy, we're all positive. Stay positive, you guys. Stay positive. Okay? Stay positive. No matter what show you're watching, you still need a very high IQ in order to understand. I love saying that. You need a very high IQ in order. Oh my, I'm obsessed with that Family Guy clip with the characters from Madagascar, and then Gloria was like, Hippo hop, woohoo, yeah, babe. I'm still obsessed with that. Smiling Friends is for Chad. True, Smiling Friends is for Chads. I agree with that. That is true. That is 100% true. And anyone who disagrees with me, you're a colorist, fatphobic, ableist. Lola was like Jeff, an animation, and I was like an animator for her pilot about a duck. True, guys. The ducks are that's like on brand. An animator, the director was exactly. I am the arbiter of truth. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about these trolls, these old heads. So, the transphobic racist subscriber. Okay, the transphobic racist subscribers. AKA Luke. Okay, Luke was the transphobic racist. This was okay. I'm sorry. I know that I'm getting angry over, oh my god, I can't believe this left my audience. But like, this was the one video that I did not want to leave my audience, because now there are a bunch of old head conservatives who are not even conservative, by the way. Like, I don't know what the heck they are, but they're not, like, it's just MAGA at this point. It's like nobody else is MAGA except for those people. So these, like, MAGA-tards came in, and they were like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that you're transgender, and it's a bunch of narcissism, and you can't believe, and it's like, and then I checked their accounts, and then they're all old geezers who use AI. One made an AI picture of Trump walking on water, and then they had the nerve and the gall to talk about how I'm a narcissist for being a transgender black woman and all this and now she knew games about ducks. She knew game about ducks and truth in commentary. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you. And it's like I feel like I'm surrounded by a bunch of bots, because how come all of this was made in like, how come all of your channels were made in like 2020, like 2025? Why are these channels made so late? I mean, honestly, I understand 2025, but 2026? Why are your channels made so late? It's like dead internet theory? I'm shocked. I'm confused. This person, like, it left my target audience, and then I started hearing, truth hurts, I guess. Not everybody wants to play into the delusion of your mental instability. Are you kidding? You could be the most serious, you can be the as sarcastic sounding and as ironic as you possibly can, but no matter how ironic you sound, she had a high IQ. We just might not understand. True. You need a very high IQ in order to understand X. Okay. Truth hurts, I guess. Not everybody wants to play into the delusion of your mental instability. Excuse me? And not everybody wants to play into the delusion. You did play into the delusion, though. You played into the troll. You gave into the bait. And the bait wasn't even made for you. It was made for my audience, like, of, like, 2 people. And then these broads wanted to seep their ways in, and then they're like, oh my goodness. And people just find reasons to get mad. If you hear something, and if it's clearly obvious that is horrible, if it's horribly written stuff, I swear to God, I'm not that good. I'm not that good at whatever I'm doing. I'm not that good of an actor to the point where people are assuming that I'm serious when I say the things that I say. Like, who is taking this transcript? Like, I could sound as ironic as I possibly can, and people will still find a way to make it into something serious. Like, what is going on? Like this person was like, it's like, you are what you're criticizing. You are literally what you're criticizing. You want to talk about you are the progressive, babe. You are the progressive. Sir is not a slur, dude. No. No. Sir is actually a huge slur, okay? And even if you say that, they're like, not tracking across the spectrum, not all slurs are missexuality or inferior. And I checked this guy's profile picture and he looked like he was in his like 80s, 70s. You have kids to take care of. No, you have grandkids to look after. Stop talking to Lola Ducky on YouTube. Lola Ducky should not be responsible for your cortisol spiking so hard to the point where you're having heart attacks. I do not want to be responsible for anybody's heart attacks. If you are 60 years old, please get off my channel. Like, I don't. My God, my horribly made satire should not be this bad to you guys, to the point where you guys are old and getting mad at what I have to say. If anything, I am on your side. I am mocking the people that you guys mock relentlessly. But yet when I do it for some reason now, it's, oh my goodness, you're serious now. What? It's like them, and it's like, I get it. I was trolling. I expected a response, but at the same time, I didn't know it would go over this many people's heads. I never knew I never knew people would take me this seriously. This happens in real life as well. Like, I would joke, and then people would assume that I'm serious, and then they would take it so harshly, and then they would respond to me with such vitriol, and I'm like, I'm joking. But yeah, and then this one was, like, this person, like, these people need to be, bring back asylums, bro. Make asylums great. That's the only MAGA I agree with. Make asylums great again. Why the hell is it transphobe? No one is scared of trannies. We make fun of you. You are scared of me because I'm black? Wow, racist. Yes, I'm racist. I don't want to live anywhere around you people. It's like, dang. In all caps, like, it's like, dude, you're already loud. Why do you need caps to try to emulate the loudness? Like, these people are large and in charge, you know? Large and in charge. Like, please get off. Like, please get off. If you're like 6 years old, please get off. Get off, please. I do not want you guys on. Like, I do not want people having heart attacks because they got offended by what I have to say. Like, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, lesbian space bro. Oh, let me read this, by the way. Let me respond to that. Like, this was, like, dude, I don't want to have to say it, but hashtag white fragility. You know, wonder what godly moves he's gonna pull in a stray jacket. Oh my gosh, are you talking about the Marshall Simpson is sleeping in the asylum? They need to sleep right along with him, because they're psychotic. Okay, a straight white male here. I did not realize. Oh my God, it is 12 a.m. You're right. It's like 12:18. No, 12:08. I should be sleeping right now. I usually sleep a lot earlier, but I was like, I'm just gonna sacrifice that to make the ghetto live stream. Okay, a straight white male here. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not going to argue to you about whether you should like this movie or not, since you can like whatever you want. Do people just not understand sarcasm? Am I autistic? Or am I normal and everybody else is? Because it's like, how is it not comprehending to you guys? How? I'm actually so confused. Ready to see my case tomorrow? Yes, I am ready. I have school tomorrow. Bro, I'm sorry, guys. I am responsible for people losing sleep, bro. It's Jover. Dang, people are having school in August. I mean, I used to have school in August. Like early. Okay, straight white male here. I'm not gonna argue with you about whether or not I'll have of screenshots. Bring it over to your desk in the morning or the afternoon. Oh my gosh. I'm ready for those screenshots, by the way. Okay, straight white male here. I'm not gonna argue to you about whether you should like the movie or not, since you can like whatever you want. However, it is a bit wrong for you to group up all men or malians into monsters. This isn't how this all works. I can't say that every black steals, because some black people steal. That is plain wrong to say and not even true. So you can like the show however you want, but please don't group all men into monsters, because every single one is different. Dude, dog, they took off from summer break because they'd given us a week off in February. Okay, a straight white male here. I'm not gonna argue with you about. I'm sorry, Degel Panther, whatever your name is, dude. It is not that serious. I was making a joke, mocking the people, cause the thing about those shows nowadays, they would mock white men in particular because those are like, it's like the only group that they can make fun of that they do not fit into. They feel like as though they can only make fun of themselves, but people outside of themselves are too scared, so they go towards the people that they feel as though they're punching up against. It's like, I'm gonna punch up, so I'm gonna make fun of white men, and it's like, okay, whatever. And I made fun of that because it's lazy. It's not funny. You're just throwing cheap shots at them. That was the joke that I was trying to make. But how do you hear sarcasm, like obvious sarcasm, and it's not even good, like people can tell that it's sarcasm? How do you hear that and still take that seriously? How do you hear that and think, oh my god, this person must really, really hate me? I'm on your side. I have no vendetta against you. Like, what are we doing? Um, because of people, men have a lot of issues. Because of those people, men have a lot of issues mentally. Yeah, I can see it. I could see that. I could very much see that. It's like it's like for me, I find it all lazy because they're like, oh my gosh, guys, haha, straight white man, and it's like, is that the punchline? Is that the joke? And that was what I was mocking. You can make fun of white people and have it be funny. They just, exactly, like, you can make fun of anybody and it would be funny, but it's just not funny when they do it. It's just not funny because they're like, haha, we're doing this because we're punching up, and we're doing this because we think it's right. And if we make fun of anybody else, then there's something wrong with us. And it's like, no, we can make fun of every group. Like, for an example, Ethan, Ralph, and I'm like the epitome of white trash. Oh no, we can make fun of white trash. Okay. Like, there's so many strays I could throw at like every single group. It's like, why even try to act like as if no other group can do anything wrong? And then it's like, it's not even the fact that they're making fun of them, it's the intent behind it. It's the intent. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna I'm gonna make fun of you guys because you guys, I feel like you guys are the only people I can make fun of. I can make fun of myself, but I'm only gonna make fun of you guys because, you guys are technically, you guys are my oppressors, so, I can make fun of you guys, and nobody else can make fun, like, nobody else, I cannot make fun of anyone else, like, I can make fun of myself and everything else that any other group that I fit into, but, you're a straight white man, so I have to make fun of you now, and it's like, yawn, is there anything new that you can come up with? Is that it? Is that the punchline? Like, that was what normal people were mocking, right? But then some people take that seriously and are like, oh, so and it's like, most people do not unironically think that most people do not unironically think this, by the way, that, oh, only one group gets to be made fun of and no other group gets to. Most people agree with the whole friendly banter thing, at least now. And a couple years ago, probably not, right? Like, this argument would have been cool and all in 2020, but that just doesn't apply here. In 2026, everybody holds those people accountable, you know? Making fun of somebody should be well fun. You can do it as long as it's not hurtful. I mean, honestly, it really depends on whether or not something... I mean, if people are not directly getting hurt, then yeah, it is funny to make fun of people, I guess. But, like, if you're gonna make fun of somebody, like, at least be funny about it. Like, if you're just gonna be like, haha, so by the way, you guys are, because I have a vendetta towards a group of people, I'm just gonna make fun of those people instead of, I'm gonna make fun of those people because I feel like it is my right to make fun of those people. And I'm just rambling. I need to sleep. It is, 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna private this live stream. I'm gonna cut the parts out that I don't like, and then after that I'm gonna unlist it. Maybe I'll make this public. I don't know. Should I make this public? Well, not right now, but should I make this public? Cause it is 12:14. I do want to sleep. I don't want to stay up till 1. Sure, why not? All right. Wait, that was a fun stream. That was pretty fun. Your choice, though. Yeah. My stream, my choice. We do have business to. Yep. Later today. I need to be awake tomorrow so that I can analyze those screenshots. That is very important. Those screenshots are not gonna. The screenshots do not come easy. But yeah, I was clocking tea in that low ducky stand video when I was talking about old people. I was like, what is with all of these old people on the site? Like this guy unironically wrote a prompt. You can if you want. I like listening to my weird comments and the whole banter. Yeah, honestly, yeah. No, the thing that I like to do, I know this is weird, I love listening to myself on 2x speed. I don't know what it is, but I love doing that. I love doing that, so I love doing that. Okay, I love doing that. I love listening to myself on 2x speed. I love doing that, okay? Especially when it involves a predator. Yes, please send me proof. Send me proof. But yeah, I love listening to myself in 2x speed. I don't know what it is. Actually, no, I do know what it is. It's like one time I was listening. I was sending somebody a voice memo, right? And then one of my closest friends, she told me, she was like, "Hey, you should listen to this on 2x speed. This is hilarious." And then I did. And then I was like, "Wow, I sound like I'm ranting. Like I literally sound like I'm ranting. This is hilarious. This is funny." And then ever since then, I couldn't listen to myself normally. You don't think your voice is weird in your ears? I think mine is. I mean, I got used to it, especially in 2x speed. At normal speed, yeah, it is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like hearing myself in regular, but in 2x speed, I love hearing my voice in 2x speed. Like it reminds me of those like ranting sessions. It reminds me of like those roasting sessions when people would just drag each other to filth. And I've always found that stuff so funny. So I would do that. So I would listen to that. I feel like I should. Oh my gosh, the stream is an hour and like 40 minutes. By the way, if I was walking while doing this, I could have hit 10,000 steps. Wait, could have? Oh yeah, no. Actually, no, I wouldn't have. Wait, no, I could have. Because that 60 minutes, 6,000, okay. I could have hit 10,000. I could have hit an additional 10,000. If I was walking while doing this, I could have hit 10,000 steps. That's insane. I mean, I've already hit that mark, but, you know, I would have hit 20K. Walk a mile in my shoes. What parts would you cut out? I mean, I don't know. I'll just listen back, and I'm like, I wouldn't cut out too much. I feel like I would only cut out, like, 2 parts. Because I am a huge, I'm not going to say I'm a perfectionist, no. It's just that sometimes I would say things that I think I would cringe at, and I'm like, do I really want other people to listen to that? And I'm like, nah, I'm just going to cut that out. Would you cut out the... Oh, no, I'm not going to cut that part out. That part needs to be... Oh, no, I'm not going to cut that part out. I'm not going to cut that part out. It's not going to be anything important. Ooh, oh my gosh, one of my favorite 2 subscriber YouTube channels decided to upload. The view count is here and it did nothing, literally. I'm excited to hear what this guy has to say. Cause he was talking about the YouTube update. The new YouTube update included impression, like I don't know what it was, but they said that everything would count as a view. Alright, I'll sub who are they? I'm gonna send a link to their channel. Let me find him. Let me find the guy. Alright. Shout out to him. Because it was an achievement. We were hero. Not all heroes wear capes. True. Where's the Lola Ducky stream? Where's the Lola Ducky? The ghetto stream. Everybody subscribe or else. True. Everybody subscribe to TP Bunghole or else. He might say some things that you agree with, he might say some things that you disagree with. But at the end of the day, we all love TP Bunghole in this house, okay? And this establishment. Now. The link's not working. What? Okay, I'm just gonna type it in. The goat. Okay, that is his YouTube. Yeah. Actually, no, I don't feel like cutting anything out. I don't think there's anything wrong with what I said over here. I think I did a pretty good job with what I was talking about. I thought I was gonna be embarrassed. I thought I was gonna have postless clarity, whatever. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you. But yeah, I think I'm going to go. I am going to leave this up. This is going to be public, okay? Yes, like that honestly be Kino though. You said nothing but the truth. Thank you. That'd be Kino, like to be on Hagcast. Be like, hey guys, it's me, Lil Dookie. That would be so embarrassing. Good night, great stream. I like it. Thank you, Kirby. Good night, you guys. Good night, good night. But I do want to talk about the embarrassing part a little bit because I was like, my God, today I was like, I was having. I'm gonna have posts and clarity. I'm gonna be so like, and then some of the see you in court. Literally, you need to hand over those You need to hand over those documents. I need to read them over because, my God, today. That is a lot. But seriously though, I'm still embarrassed because he was like, join this, join Hackett, and I'm like, do I want to? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I should. I don't think I want to. I was like, that would be cool. That would be Kino. Okay, that'd be Kino. They're the all you ones. I know. Trust me. I know. I remember. It's like that would be Kino. That would be Kino to be on like, cause like that, like in my opinion, I think that dude's really cool, right? But the thing is, I run out of things to talk. When I like, it's like that episode of SpongeBob, a modern SpongeBob, with Sandy, and she's like analyzing and studying the residents of Bikini Bottom or whatever, and then there's Patrick and SpongeBob, and then as soon as they realize that they're being recorded, like Sandy has like a wire on her or something, they're like, oh my, they start to act like robots, and they have little to nothing to say, and I know exposure therapy is good for you, but please. I want nothing to do with like I want nothing to do with blanking out and having nothing to talk about. Like I feel like I'd be very boring. Like there's nothing I could say that would be transformative to I feel like I would really like I don't think people would be lining up to listen to freaking Lola Ducky. So yeah, it's more of like a me thing. It's like, how does it feel to be a black woman on you on this side of YouTube? That's what I'd imagine to be, and then I'll be like, so as a, but yeah, I'm surprised nobody said anything about the background noise. I'm happy about that though, cause what's Hagcat basically. It was like a part. It was like a part. Let me search it up. Actually, let me search it up on my computer. Let me see. I love those, by the way. Like I always watch them. So what Bazooka would do? Oh, there's background noise. Yes, there's Oh no, I changed the tab. I'm actually anorexic for that. All right, I'm gonna. Let me explain. So what Bazooka would do was he would recruit like random people that he would come across, I guess. And they're cool people, right? They're cool people. I found him out through the Chocobro one. And yeah, his stuff is pretty cool. I like his stuff. I like his content. And then he would make these basically they would be collabs. Like it's just like a podcast thing where he would collaborate with he would collab with YouTubers and stuff like that. Like there was one with just another talking head, Golden Record Games, Dead Name, Dead Internet, Despot, like there Ugly Dixie Chicken. I loved the Ugly Dixie Chicken one. I love that one. Mr. Asian Pie, Master Cheeks. I think you do awesome. I mean, I feel like I'd be really awkward though. Like I'm not really good at just coming up with answers on the fly. I need to practice that. Oh my, Revolver Snake. I love the fact that Revolver Snake became famous. But here's the thing with him, right? Why would you post something on YouTube and not expect people to engage with the content? If you don't want people to engage, do not post on YouTube. You can post on BitChute, you can post on Odyssey, you can post on these random underground websites. You can post on Nick Fuentes' little website, right? You can post on those tiny websites, but do not go on YouTube, upload something, and then complain when you get notoriety. And that's coming from the broad that started screaming about trolls in her comment section. No, not even trolls, like people taking the trolling seriously. That came from the broad that started whining about that. And I was like, man, what are these old people doing on YouTube? But then again, I should expect this because if you post something on the internet, people are going to find it and people are going to interact with the content. They're going to act accordingly. No one is going on Cozy TV in 2020. Okay, well, exactly. That's the point. If he doesn't want attention, then he should go on those little websites. Yes, he might be black or whatever, and yes, he might be excluded, right? But it's worth a try, you know? If you don't want attention, you can, just save it on a hard drive and then move on. But you do want views. You do want people to notice you. You do want people to hear what you have to say, so that's why you have an outlet. Like, I don't know how to explain that. And then as soon as you get this positive wave of attention, you're like, oh my goodness. It's like, no. See, Revolver Snake, you're cool. We love you. We love Revolver Snake. Okay, we love his channel. All right. He's a breath of fresh air from everybody else on this from a lot of other people on this platform. Okay. And then he's like, no, I don't want subscribers. What do you mean? Like, people are still gonna subscribe to you. Don't subscribe to me. Don't subscribe to me. What will happen if we subscribe to you? Like, yes, you might clutter up our feeds and stuff, but it doesn't matter because there's nobody else that's entertaining to watch anyway. We'd rather watch you. You're actually a cool person to listen to, and then it's like, no, I don't want subscribers. It's like, okay, do not tell people not to subscribe, because then they will subscribe out of spite now. They're going to subscribe out of spite. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I get that because I want to be niche. Yeah, I understand that as well. I understand that. It's like, don't subscribe to me. Don't subscribe to me. I kind of understand it, but at the same time, if you're going to be on YouTube, then you kind of... And if you post a lot, and YouTube likes it when you post a lot because you end up getting into the algorithm more, you post a lot more stuff, you post really frequently, you're using their site more. And if people are watching... Woo, man, I wish I had subs. I mean, hey. Honestly, just be consistent and then upload things that you're interested in that other people are interested in. Like, if anything, post more in the Dragon Ball community tab thing. How to handle different opinions online. It's like, you guys, if you're gonna upload a hit dog will holler, Kimberly. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I love that. See, I need to talk about that. Okay, I need to talk about that Mickey Mouse thing that I uploaded. Okay, the Mickey Mouse short with a hit dog will holler. Let me explain. Okay, let me explain. I'm saying a hit dog will holler. That video applies to people who just see something. They feel personally attacked by what they're seeing, and then they go attack the person based off of how they feel about a specific thing that was being said. All right. That's what that clip reminded me of. Like, when I first saw the clip, I was like, people on a specific political side, when they want to cancel another side just for existing. That's what I was making fun of at first. But I was like, this clip could apply to a lot, you know? I like using Mickey Mouse Shorts clips. But I think Kyle would benefit from it the most. Ruthless bully. I agree. He looks like how I imagined. Like, I imagined bullies to look like that when I was younger. Like, that was what I would like when I think of a bully. That would be like that would have always been the type of thing to pop up. But seriously, it's like, just look at this, right? It's like, okay, Mickey is telling Toppins that, he's gonna have the food. It's all for him. And then the hit dogs will holler. They're like trying to get in. They don't understand they don't understand what exclusion is. They want to be included in everything so bad. And now they're all flying in, and now they're all forcing themselves onto the main characters, They kicked the two characters out. And then they're just greedy. They're just hoarding everything all to themselves and everything. Like, like, see, I love this clip so much. I do. It's one of my favorite clips in the. Oh my god, there's another one that I do want to upload. There's my most popular video on this account specifically is the one with the happy valentine. I don't know why that went viral. I don't know what was so cool about that. There was nothing cool about this specific clip. I just wanted to make a schizo post, and then for some reason people actually engaged and they liked it. And I think that 200 of my subscribers came from this specific. Let me check the analytics actually. I said I was gonna sleep, but I was like, But yeah, shout out to the Mickey Mouse video. It's still a little anorexic that it has views, but you know, I can't control that, right? Sleep's overrated. What time will you be available later today? I mean, I don't know. I'll see the text when I see the text. I don't have like a fixed time as to when I can be available or not to like read something. So, yeah, just send it whenever and then I'll see it when I see it, you know? I'm gonna scroll till I find it. It was back in February. And this was before I started to have a surge of, cause when you recover from, like, you guys don't understand how recovering from an eating disorder will give you such a huge surge of energy for some reason. Like, it comes out of nowhere. Like, the need to upload videos, all of that came out of nowhere. Like, I wasn't happy. I wasn't doing all of that until I found motivation to start doing that, you know? Like, recovery really did that for me. It wasn't even because I want. Yeah, I gained almost 100 subscribers from that singular upload. Pi Duck Guy, true. Alright. Wait, there's something that I was talking about. Oh yeah, the Mickey Mouse Shorts clips. Yeah, they're very, I resonate with them a lot. A lot. I love the Mickey Mouse Shorts clips. The Thuman rant. And also, yeah, shout out to the Thuman people. No, there's this guy, his name was Eric Plotagon guy. And although I do agree with his take on the Thuman thing, I don't agree with his takes on a lot. I don't agree with everything he says. And I think that as a troll, it gets to a point. If you're like in your if you're in your 20s and you're joking about about liking children, but you're in your 20s and you're a troll, like, that's still weird to me. Like, I don't think I'll just be like, oh my god, haha, that's funny. It's like, okay, just because you're claiming to be a troll, that does not make you exempt from criticism all of a sudden, you know? Like, I agreed with him when it came to the Thuman thing. I don't think you should feed into the trolls, right? I don't agree with that. But when it came to the whole, oh my goodness, it's okay to support certain forms of art or whatever. And when it came to, oh, I'm gonna joke and pretend that I'm dating a child, it's like, why is that funny? Why would that be funny to you? It's not funny, you know? Oh my goodness. I was just looking at something. Like, I saw this video. This guy did an amazing job. Like, there's this guy that made a video on the, do I like black? Yes. I literally, yes, I remember that guy. I do remember that guy. Like, I miss Mikey No More so much. Like, I miss, that guy just went, just, like, disappeared, like, off the, like, but yeah, I do like Blackish. I do like Blackish. I haven't watched his new uploads. His new channel. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed to that channel. Have you ever yelled, "Leave me alone," just because you were so upset? Is that a reference? I'm sorry. Something happened. Alright. He got banned because, Anthony Gamuglia mass reported. I've heard so many things about him. Nick did that back before in the cooking. Oh. Oh, wow. Wow, Nick. Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom. Hey guys, my name is Turkey Tom, and today we're gonna talk about Turkey Tom. Bro, Turkey Tom. Ever since that whole situation, bro, his ex made the thing. Why, if your goal was to warn women about him specific, why would you go to kiwi farms? Do you think women are out here just going on kiwi farms being like? It's like a lot of women are too scared to go. I don't think a lot of women know what that is, right? I don't think a lot of women who are outside of the internet, they don't know what that is. They don't know KF. Like if I came up to somebody, I was like, "Hey, do you know Kiwi? Like, do you know like the, like no, not many. They don't go on that many forums like that, you know." And then the chairs fell. Whoa, he is shaking rooms. But yeah, Turkey Tom. Have you seen that Just a Robot video on Sensitive Society? My God, he was playing Talking Tom Gold Run in the background. And I was so happy because I was like, there's this one video that I made. It was like a rant or something. I think I need to re-upload that actually. Like I unlisted it, but I'm gonna bring it back. I played Talking Tom Gold Run. Oh my gosh, PS2 controller! Shout out to the dude. Shout out to the dude. I'm just talking. This train is still. I know. Oh my god, the thing just refreshed. Kiwi Farms is Treads, bro. Wait, hello PS2 controller. Shout out to PS2 controller. You're still gay, by the way. You're still gay. And I'm just talking. I'm just talking. We were talking about the turkey. I was talking about the Turkey Tom thing. Speaking of Turkey Tom. Speaking of Turkey and Nick Dioria. I was just thinking about Nick Dioria. No, but seriously, Just a Robot's video on I Like Turkey. I don't. I consent. I consent. I don't. I'm not. Sadie had me in Sadie is... You do not like Sadie. Okay, you like Chris McLean, and you like Chef. Sadie from Total Drama. Okay, on Chocobro's stream, we were talking about they were talking about fictional like cartoon crushes or whatever from Cartoon Network, I think. And then he was talking about Total Drama. And then he's saying that he likes Sadie from Total Drama, and I was like, dude, you're gay. Like you like Chris McLean and you like Chef. Those are the characters that you like. You do not crush on, you're not crushing on the girl character, you're crushing on the guys. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Like, I was just... for lack of a better explanation. Lol, stop the okay, I'll stop trolling, I'll stop trolling, I'll be serious this time, I'll be serious. Where is Just a Robot? Wait, no, yeah, I need to find that jar video. That video was funny. Just a no. Just a Robot. Was someone else willing, was someone else willing out on you in Choco's chat though? Wait, what do you mean? Oh my god, speaking of Choco's chat, there's this guy. I thought I saw something happening. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe there is something that I would have seen, but I don't think I've seen it. Oh yeah, something with shooting you with me? The only thing I've seen with my name on it was somebody talking about what was it? Somebody was talking about how I sold my EBT. Somebody was talking about how I sold my EBT card for that sequence. And you know what? That is worth 1,000 EBT cards, okay? 1,000 food stamps, 1,000 yeah, food stamps. You know? I'm half asleep right now, so I'm just rambling. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But yeah, it is what it is. Don't crash the train. I'll trade you my green card for a loaded EBT. My green card. You guys. We can go melanin for we can go melanin. So, okay, you can trade your HB1. Okay, you could give me your HB1, and then I can give you the food. I can give you the food stamp. Oh wait, no. Please, sir. Please, I need to enter the country, sir. That was really bad. That was so bad. Wait, no. Let me do the Desi woman. Please, I need to work. I need to work for my country. So please, give me the money, sir. I'm not Indian. You are literally the protege mascot, bro. You are Indian. Please, sir, I need to redeem, sir. Please. See, shout out to the Indians. Shout out to the guy that told me to go rob a store, even though he's like, you know, you have a lot of skeletons, but it's the audacity that a lot of them have. They're like, oh my god, go rob a store or something, lady. Dude, you have a reputation of pooping on the floor, and you're talking about black. I am Indian. We love you, and Trippy. Protege mascot, I am a furry Indian. No, 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 no. You're not that type of Indian. You're the Super Y ripoff Indian, okay? You're the Super Y ripoff, okay? If you know what that is. It was that cartoon where, it was that, like, tech commercial with that, like, antivirus, like, software. I am exactly. Those guys recolored Super Y orange or something, and then they called themselves Protogent. Your security. I love that song. I love that song. Oh yeah, yeah, that one. It was that one. Real ones no Protogent. I was obsessed with those memes. They weren't even that. Like looking back at them, they weren't that. You know. I know what you're talking. Yes, yes. They're making. Oh my! I need to show. I need to show you guys. I need to show you. There was something. There was something that I remembered. They made another. They made one very recently. I think it was in like 2023. I guess they're not a real one. You have a lot to learn. A lot to learn. Protogent. It was disgusting. For some reason, how do you downgrade? How do you downgrade in terms of like animation, all of that? I found. I found that due to a panda made a video on this. I haven't watched a panda. I've heard so many things about a panda, but I've never heard of them. I've never watched them. I mean, I found that due to Varg Skeletor. Protogent. They made it was the new Protogent ad from 2020. It was so bad. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. How do you downgrade in terms of animate? It was like a surreal entertainment like animation. Like it was horrible. It was horrible. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. I hope the link works. I hope it works. If you're using a phone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It was not a good video though. It was not a good animation. I was not happy. That stuff doesn't work. Okay, just search up the new Protogent ad 2023. Leave the stream and then come back. But you have to watch the. I want you guys to be just as traumatized as I have. Okay. New Protogen. I know it was. Oh yeah, new Protogen ad 2023. Let me copy and paste that. Actually, I can just copy and paste the title. You will, please. You guys need to. You guys need to be traumatized. Okay. I gotta go to bed. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, Kirby. Anyway, yeah. Please watch the new ad. Watch this. Literally. What? My God, today. Exactly. Like you guys are understanding. I need to rant. I need to rant about that. I need to rant. How do you downgrade within how many years? How do you down from 2017, 2018? How do you downgrade from 2017 to 2023? 6 years, and yet your the production, it was a huge, exactly. Like I'm gonna turn off the red. I usually turn my screen red, but I'm gonna turn this off just so I could really analyze this, really analyze the music video. Not that the music video, there's no music playing. Why does the hair look like that? And also that woman, and also these people are wearing, they're showing too much skin. I don't want to see your hair. Your hair should be censored. If anything, I'm not leading by example. I need a, in my next profile pic, I should censor my hair in my profile picture. Like I should just add like a blur effect or whatever. Like the vignette should be just straight red. I'm going to impregnate. Did you know that the original? Yes, it was super. Yeah, it was the Super Y ripoff. They recolored Super Y orange, and then made it into their own thing. I'm going to impregnate Protogen in a non-gay way. In a non-gay way. Why? Yeah, it was a recolored rig. Why does his hair look like that? His hair, like, and also again, the women are showing too much skin. There's no reason for me to see your hair in the big 2026. You're supposed to cover up. This is not the, like, this is not the night. This is not like, dude, this is, it is 2026. You're like, I should not be seeing your ankles right now. I don't care if I don't care if your dress is almost, I don't care if your skirt is almost touching the floor. You should cover up. This is too much. What is he stepping on? Is he stepping on the, there's no way he's stepping on the pedal. Did the thing just like teleported? It just went like, I don't like the CGI. I don't like the I don't like how glossy everything is. I don't know whether did they use Blender for this? But anyway, I don't like the lip syncing. I don't like, what is he wearing? Those shoes. That was a horrible advert. You know, the hair. I just, I'm sorry. I need a white dude to make a 2 to 3 hour long 3 hour video document. Please. It has to be, should it be Turkey Tom though? Should it be Turkey Tom? Or should it be who should it be? Who should okay, but on several conditions. They need to quit their job, they need to drop out of school, they need to cut ties with all of their friends, okay? Literally abandon every single safety net you could possibly have just to make this video. Just to make this. Jormy 49. Wait, let me see. What is Jonah saying? Gringo loco. But yeah, guys, you have to, on several conditions, you need to cut off every single safety net that you could possibly have just to make this video that could have a 50% chance of succeeding, of getting into the algorithm. You need to place all of your bets on exposing the downfall of Protogen. silly translator. Yeah, the translator is retarded. I absolutely hate that thing. I hate it with the burning passion. It's always mincing everybody's words. Like, dude. Dead air, dead air, dead air, dead air. Dead air. Um, do not talk about Sonya on the. Do not talk about Sonya on the street. I do not want to talk about Sonya. I do not want to talk about Sonya. I do not want to talk about the broad that got mad just because I wanted to listen to an artist, right? I wanted to listen to an artist. She got mad. She wanted to try to project her stuff onto me. Oh my goodness, you're listening to problematic people. You can't listen to them. Yes, I can. If anything, I'm going to start streaming their music a lot more. I'm going to start looping their song. I don't even listen to them like that. I've only listened to them once for the Omega lols, but you know, I'm just going to keep listening to them. You know, just to spite you off. Just because you said it was bad, so now I'm going to keep listening, right? But do not talk about that person. Please. Okay, but my point still yeah, I understand. I understand. We saved our friend. No, not Alia. Please, please. We're done talking about Alia. We're done talking about that. I think I need to go to sleep. I think I need a. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired. This reminds me of the Sonic the Hedgehog. Also having. My gosh. No. Final question. GG's though. Yeah. Yeah. I am a bit tired. But yeah, that was a fun stream. That was a really fun stream. Thank you guys for joining. Um, would you ever Sanja, not Song? I mean, probably not, since it's been a long time, and I don't think I want to be a part of the Beyond ranter, slime ranter community. I hate the. Oh wait, no. Before I leave, I need to rant about the slime ranters. You guys are horrible. You guys cannot rant to save your lives, and I might not have the best commentary. I might not have the best production quality, the best production value, whatever. But I am not going around acting like as if I'm better than the next bro just because of, oh my goodness. Like all of these like all of these Dandy's World slime ranters, like all of these people that are like, oh my goodness, this thing is so bad and so problematic. I can't listen to this. This is so horrible. How is it a rant if you're just calling them a bad person the whole time? That's not a rant. A rant is you're saying something negative about something, and then you're explaining why you dislike it. You're not just saying, oh, this thing is objectively bad because I said so. They did something I didn't like. Now they're a bad person. They always say the most insane thing. That too. They say the most like, hey guys, stop scrolling. She's such an exactly. Please stay off the. Attempted character assassination gone nowhere. Exactly. Like, they just try to find ways to slander the next person. If they do something that other person would, like, I remember, like, it was on a commentary video, right? Somebody sent me a link to a YouTube short that they made, and then it was somebody from, like, Portugal, and they were writing a whole, like, think piece about how commentary YouTubers are hurting other people, and how they're all just jealous, and I'm like, what do I have to do with it? Is this aimed at me? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm just talking about something I see that I'm disliking, but I'm giving a reason as to why I don't like it. I bet in 4K, those people would be outed out. Exactly. They always do. They always end up. It's so performative. Like, they always talk about how about how everybody else is in the wrong, about how their side is in they're always playing team sports, they only root for their side, but little do they know, right? Little does, like, everybody else around them know that those people have skeletons in their closet. Those people have a lot of things that they don't want the public to know about. They don't. But they hold everybody else to these high standards because they hold themselves to these high standards. They do that. and then they project that onto everybody. They expect everybody else to adhere to their code, right? She talks so much about us being the pests. What would happen? Exactly. She started projecting. She started acting like as if everybody was in the she was acting like everybody who was not on her side in particular, she just had to expose them. She had to expose us all, right? She had to try to cancel us. It's like, oh no, we're gonna get canceled by Dandy's World. People who play Dandy's World, people who still play Roblox. I know she's a victim, but regardless of her status, she's honestly weird. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Wait, let me search up Slime Rant so I can react to it. I need to laugh for a little bit before I leave. No, I don't want to see people ranting. No, the people are like the corniest community on TikTok. Slime. These people have so much. Like the editing is so overwhelming. I hate this new generation of like commentary channels. Why do they use 20 sound effects every 2 seconds? It's like you're insulting my already low intelligence. You're already insulting that little part of me, that little monkey part about. You're insulting that. You know. You're insulting that little, like, you know. I hate that. Like they're like hey, they're like fa 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 every 2 seconds. I don't like that. Stop playing that. Like it's so annoying. I'm sorry. I really hate the whole, like, it's like what who is into this? Like who watches their video? Like I feel like those videos are made for like kids who think they're better than other kids. Like I think that's what those videos are for, because it's like I don't understand the visual eyesore and Johnny SFX. Exactly. Like literally, what am I hearing right now? What am I seeing? What am I hearing? It like memes every 2 seconds. It's like there's nothing funny. I'm not laughing at the. Can you talk about the content instead of just adding a bunch of sound effects that cover up half the video? Like they're all like degenerosity clones too. That's another thing. She's not a very serene person. They never choose names that suit them either. Like if you're gonna choose your username, like why do they they're the same people that are like, oh, I'm Fluttershy, I'm X character, I'm so wholesome. I hate the fuss up. Me too. I've always hated that thing. I've always hated it. I've always hated that sound effect. I've always hated that sound effect. I've always hated that sound. That it's not funny. It's not funny. And now I see like my like I saw Blair White doing it in a video. It makes me cringe when she does it, and it's like know your place. You're not like a like who are you pandering to? Who's watching? Kids are not watching your videos like that. Like what is the sound effect for? Like who's enjoying this? And then the people who make these videos roasting slime ranters, I bet you like $20 that this person this person is probably worse than whatever they're criticizing. But let me mute the little background noise. Let me mute the subliminal for a second. All right. Hello guys, today we're going to be roasting cornballs that do slime rants. Alright.
Why do people think it's funny to not put a trigger warning on people cutting red?
Okay, why do people think it's funny to not put a trigger warning on people cutting red? I mean, because it's funny. This is not satire because it reminds me of self-harm in the time when I did it. Okay.
It reminds me of S9, Pound HM, and that time when I did it. So basically,
I'm assaulting your ears, by the way.
My mom yelled at me.
So basically, my mom yelled at me for not cleaning my room and not showering for 3 days. Are we in 2020?
Cleaning my room and not showering
Literally.
for 3 days.
It's just a bunch of like TikTok stickers.
I wanted to cry.
Like no. Shout out to that rant that PS2 controller made back in well, not even back. It was like last year when TikTok was getting banned. Like this was before TikTok got banned and got reinstated, but down there with Serenity's down there with her content, down there with that person's content. No, because when I saw that TikTok, I felt so vindicated. I was like, yes, that is exactly what I've been wanting to hear for so long, because everybody and their mom thinks like that. Everybody and their mom just recite, they just say what their whole sense of like humor is just them saying what they're hearing, saying what they've heard on TikTok. And they're just saying it constantly. Who cares? I'm so serious. Who cares? Like, it's not funny. There's nothing creative. It's not original. You're just saying what you heard. Like, it's Cocomelon for, like, I don't know. And I wanted to cry at that point, because I'm really sensitive when someone is yelling at me. Meeting people like this in real life is torture. Exactly. And then you kind of feel alone, because like you're chronically online, but not that type of chronically online, you know? Like the chronically online that like it's not the TikTok chronically online. And I hate when people say, oh, you're just oversensitive, and you're you're just oversensitive. Like, no, I'm not. This is just low-hanging fruit. You're just criticizing something that you know is going to give you a W. You know? Like, you're not challenging. There's nothing to challenge. Like, you're a cornball. Is that it? You're a cornball? And you would not want. I feel like black people should start gatekeeping their words more, because the way that you guys bastardize these terms, like, it gets really annoying. Like, you're misusing, they misuse the word corny, cornball. Now they attribute that to like everybody, not just to very specific people anymore. And I find that that was a side tangent. You met someone like that before? They're like, all they would do, my condolences, literally, like, I'm like, they would just be like, I don't even know what the latest trend is right now. Like, I don't even know what's popular on TikTok in specific. I'm just gonna go on that site, and and whatever trending thing pops up, I'm just gonna keep repeating it. Booyah! What is this? What is this? Well, guys, I'm having so much fun. Is that Jasmine Crockett? Dude, what the? I'm done. I'm done. Okay, I need to get off. I need to get off this site. Nope. Getting ready for the court thing tomorrow. Alright. Bye, Jonah. Goodbye. Okay. Anyone you would want to be, and you would not want to be me, because if you were, you would understand why I'm so sensitive. It's just low-hanging fruit. Like, this is like, wow, we're gonna make fun of mentally ill teenagers online. Bean burrito, ho 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 ho. Oh my god, that's so hecking base, dude. You just made fun of this, like, kid. Anyways, that's it, guys. Bye. Thank God that video's over. Let's react to more of these. How is this roasting? Where's the roast? You're just putting a bunch of TikTok stickers, calling them corny, and an IQ too low, and all that stuff. How is that funny? And where's the roasting? What is there to roast? Like, you guys are worse than the people that you talk about. My God, today. I'm so glad that more, channels like that. I'm so glad that people that are more knowledgeable on the old side of the internet, I'm so glad they're coming back. I'm so glad that YouTube is starting to platform these people, because I don't need any more of this. I don't need any more people with like a TikTok sense of, I don't need any more of that. Making weird, scary, what am I reacting to? Why do people make these? The creator is disgusting. How 9-year-olds feel after posting this on my For You page. why are you wasting your time reacting to like a, to be fair, actually that would make me a hypocrite since I'm reacting to this person. And haha, Charlie Kirk meme, ha ha ha. He goes by both this and that. Bullying Gen Alpha Cybao. You are Gen Alpha. These people, it's like he likes to traumatize children for views and he also bullies his brother. This guy needs to get off the internet. He's a bully and he's cringe. He's also been making fun of me in my own videos and in the comments. He made he's saying the same exact thing. Let me just send the link. I don't care if the links don't work. You guys are gonna have to make it work. You guys are gonna have to make it work. You guys need to understand how I feel about this is worse than the protogen thing. You are more cringed. You're more cringe than the cringe. How's that even you're not roasting anybody. Putting a bunch of stickers, that does not mean you're roasting them. And then there's slime ranters on the comments trying to win brownie point. They're trying to like win brownie points from everybody else. They're like, oh my goodness guys, as a slime ranter I don't think like this, dude. I don't think like this. I'm a slime ranter. And it's like, yes you do. Yes you do. You guys do not have standards. Stop acting like as if you have standards. The reason why you're repulsed by it is because because now you're noticing how people perceive you and that's how they perceive you, and now you're just seeing it in real time. You're just happy, you're relieved because it's not about you. You're not the main target of the discussion. People are not psychoanalyzing you. They're psychoanalyzing these people who are probably satirical, or they're probably on the same boat as you, but they're more extreme. And they're more overt, so people are going to talk about them. We have one more slime rant. Alright, so let's get into it. Sorry, this isn't a slime rant. I didn't want to mess up my For You page anymore. Wait, what was it? A Roblox PNG is diabolical. This is not funny either. This is worse than the rant. Mocking God is a sin. Okay, true, whatever. By the way, never post a video again. This person should. I hope they stopped. I hope they did not post. Oh, thank goodness. It's been 7 months. Please, never post again. Never post a video again, please. Please. I know, not too much from the, like, honestly, I can't be talking, but again, you guys are worse than the cringe. You are the cringe. TikTok slime rant compilation. Like, you guys are not the, you're like, I have nothing else. I have no commentary. I have no feedback. There's nothing I could possibly say. But yeah, yeah, I should sleep. It's 1, oh my god, it's 1 a.m. My god, today. Yeah, I should sleep. I'm gonna get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I've never, good night PS2, good night PS2 controller. Good stream by the way, thank you. I was kind of scared because I thought it was gonna be boring. I thought it was gonna have the, I thought it was gonna run out of things to talk about, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, good night Trippy, good night. But yeah, I need to sleep. My brain would not let me sleep. My brain would not let me go back to sleep. If I wake up at 7, if I wake up at 6, I would stay awake. So yeah, I had to sacrifice my sleep. But yeah, but thank you guys, that was fun. I loved it. I liked it. I'm gonna keep this up. It's gonna be public. I'm just gonna not tomorrow. Early in the morning, I'm just gonna listen to myself talk in 2 times speed. I'm gonna listen back. I can't sleep before the, so thank you. You know, you're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, good night. And oh wait, first ghetto live stream with closure. I had to say that. First ghetto live stream with closure. No interruptions. People were not spam calling me. But yeah, thank goodness. Finally, closure. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. But yeah, good night, good night, good night, good night. I need to learn how to just, it's a one done. One done. Good night, guys. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. One done. One done.